5 top questions that someone should ask on a first date.
Oh, this is good because in my relationship, we had a 5-hour first date.
Oh, wow.
Yep, we had a 5-hour first date and we've been together ever since.
Oh.
So I think the first date, so first of all, first date is a vibe check. You just want to make sure y'all can laugh together, y'all click, you got the vibes going.
Yep.
But once you get past that and you're like, okay, this is possible. We got potential here. Now, I don't like the interview style. Like, I don't want to be pelleting anybody with questions. But if it's flowing and the conversation is flowing and y'all are on the vibe, then I say, okay, now you can ask these questions. What I would ask is, how did their last relationship end? Why did it end? Why did your last relationship end? How long was it? Like, you want to get more information about that relationship because that's going to tell you what you're dealing with. If this person says, well, I cheated. Now, you got a cheater. Now, I mean, you can say, okay, we're done here. Or you can say, did you learn from that?
Okay.
How did you learn from that? Would you do that again? How would you do this relationship differently? You can dig deeper. You don't have to just end it right there. If the person's also, it's a red flag. I think if somebody says every woman I get cheats on me or every man I get cheats on me, I would want to understand why. Potentially, yeah, do you have a low sex drive? Do you have, like, that's a question you need to understand because if everybody they get cheat on them, there's a reason.
Right.
Everybody?
Right.
Why? You need to understand what's going on. And people have low sex drive and people don't ask about that, but that's a question you want to know, especially if you have a high sex drive.
Right.
Because sexual compatibility is something people skip over, but it's huge.
Right.
So like at Upper Echelon, we have a sex therapist on staff.
Really?
Because I think sexual compatibility, that's the thing you're going to be doing the most in the relationship.
You're right.
So you got to make sure that y'all are working with the same tools. You got to be compatible. If you like it a lot and he likes it a little, it ain't going to work. If you want to hang from the chandelier and he want to be missionary every time, it ain't going to work. So you got to make sure y'all have compatibility, stamina. You're into the same things.
Right.
If he wants to do threesomes and, you're totally vanilla, that ain't going to work. So you need to make sure you're on the same page. And a lot of people don't have that conversation. You just think magically this person's going to get on board with you, and it doesn't work like that. So I would check for that if you feel comfortable. But even a person who doesn't feel comfortable, that's telling you that this is a prude. And if you are not, then this is letting you know that y'all are not going to be on the same page, right? So that's even when you ask questions, people's inability to answer is still answering, is my point. About what you need to know. So why did the relationship end? Are you sexually compatible? Have they had therapy? That's important because and even if they say, well, I haven't had therapy, how do you reflect on things that you need to change? How are you aware of your stuff?